Welcome to problem number 26 from the August 2016 Algebra Regents exam. In this question, Richard is asked to transform the graph of b of x below, and it says the graph is transformed using the equation h of x equals b times x minus 2 minus 3. And we need to describe how the graph of b of x changed to form the graph of h of x. Essentially, how does this affect the original graph? Now this question is testing your ability to remember how a parabola like x squared is changed if, for example, it became x plus 2 squared, and if it became, let's say, x plus 2 squared plus 6. Now to read these, what happens is when you're modifying the variable inside the brackets here, this number tells us whether it's being translated to the right or left, and this value tells us if it's being translated up or down. We can see here that it's x minus 2, and that actually means it's going to be translated 2 units to the right, and that's because, well, perhaps you may be familiar with the format of x minus h squared plus k. It's the h value that tells us if it's going to the right or left. And because it's being subtracted, it's actually a positive term, which means it's moving 2 to the right. In this example I gave over here, if it was being added, that would actually be 2 units to the left. Now for the minus 3, that tells us if it's being translated up or down, and because it's being subtracted, it will be 3 units down. And as another example, this one I came up with over here, because it's plus 6, that one would go 6 up. So be careful not to get mixed up the positive and negatives. The k term, this number outside the brackets, if it's positive, it's moving up, negative moving down. But the x term inside the brackets, if it's being, the constant beside the x, if it's being added, it's actually moving to the left. And as we saw in this example here, if it's being subtracted, it's actually moving to the right. So that's all we need as an explanation for this question. All right, thanks for watching. JD's Regents Preparation.